Hey everyone, it's Ashley with Going Crochetzy, and today I have gotten the bug to go through my yarn and kind of organize it a little bit extra over what it is already is starting to look a little messy to me, and the functionality of it is just kind of starting to dwindle a little bit. It's taking a bit more time to find the yarn colors I want, or the little extra ball of some color that I'm looking for that I know I have somewhere, but I have 1,000 bins sitting out, so I'm not quite sure which bin to look in. So I'm just going to consolidate everything and really focus on categorizing the type of yarn I have and where it's going. So right now it's kind of all getting mixed in together, and I'm going to separate everything out and get the yarn that I want to use in a functional area, and the yarn that I don't use as much, put that downstairs in my basement cabinet that I have, so I don't have it in my way anymore. So I hope you enjoy this. There's going to be some time lapse in this video, just because I don't think you want to watch me spend 2 hours going through my cabinets and reorganizing. I mean, if that is something you want to see, eventually I could give that to you, but for now it's going to be on a time lapse, and I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Guys, it's time to clean this out. It doesn't get used like it should, so I'm gonna make it a little bit more useful. This is a project a friend has requested me to help her with. You will see that in a future video. Here's my bag. This is actually my whip bag from when I was at my market, so I need to go through that. A bunch of skeins that just sit out, and it just makes this whole area look messy. Plus, there is this mess. So I'm planning on taking this box. It was a Premier box I had, and I'm going to fill this box up. I'm bringing this downstairs because this is stuff I don't use as often, and I'm going to bring actually some of my Parfait Chunky and my items that are already started and put that in here so they actually get seen and used. So this box is full. I have all these cones that I bought and I don't use them. I have this extra bulky yarn I accidentally bought, and I don't use that often. And here I have a good old mess in here. Look at all of these cards I have. I ended up buying 2,000 each of these cards for my tags, and then I got a box of thank you cards that have my socials on them. And so these will last me years. I don't expect to go through these too fast. So I'll probably end up keeping these up here in the corner because I want to remember where I put them, and I don't really have a good place to put them other than in here, because I can remember they're in here because they've been in here since I bought them. So we'll keep those in there, and then I'm going to empty this. We've made progress. I vacuumed and cleaned this out. I have my thank you cards on one side and my tags on the other side. This is ready to go downstairs. And I found this little project right here that I had started and have not finished. So he will be left for another day. He's not going to be for today. But I'm going to go ahead, bring this downstairs, and grab any Parfait Chunky or burnout blanket that I want to use. To be completely honest with you and admit that this bin, this cabinet, does not get the love that my other cabinets do, because it's hidden in the basement and it's easy to forget about, and it's usually the yarns that I don't really use very much anymore, like these ones. So I'm probably not going to have much focus on this one because a lot of the yarn down here obviously is a hot mess and it needs to be wound and everything else. But I am going to take these items out, fill them up with the other items, and we'll go from there. So as I said, I'm not giving this closet very much attention right now. It was mostly just to move over some of my yarns that I don't use to put in here. And I did keep some of the burlap blankets and colors that I don't use much of. I did leave some of those in here, but I do have a box full right here of items that I'm going to bring upstairs. These are colors I use maybe a little bit more than the ones that I kept in this cabinet. And now we're gonna go upstairs to the pretty cabinet where I actually do a lot of my yarn storage and the yarns that I actually use. In my room, this was what was in this box originally. So I kind of just put it all on the floor. Now, this cabinet isn't bad. I mean, it's a little messy, but it's not bad for what it is. But as you can see, I have empty spots. I have yarn dangling everywhere. And then I have these two bins. This is like work in progress. And this is balls of yarn. And so I just want to tidy this up so my room just kind of flows a little bit better. And it's just a little bit neater. And then I also have this bin here that has a bunch of yarn in it. So I just want it to be a little bit more functional for myself. So that's what I'm going to do. My plan for this is to keep it with the perfect chunky yarn. I want to move all of my Posh yarn, my Big Twist Posh yarn, up into here. But I don't have a huge amount of the Big Twist Posh, so it might not take up this whole space, which would not be an issue. But I'm going to clean this out first, and then we're gonna put it back in. But I am planning on taking duplicates and the yarn colors I use a lot to bring out into the living room with me for that little cabinet I have. So this is how I have it so far. I do think I have some more of this parfait chunky out in my living room, so I'm not going to stack this too full. I did add a couple extra of the parfait chunkies, but for the Posh, I think I do have extras, so I am going to save some room for that. And I have a whole ton of Posh still left over. Do you guys remember this skein, this yarn? So I accidentally bought 4 skeins of this and I still have 3 left. So yeah, that's great. So I need to use this up some. I did have some people at my booth at my last market who loved the highlighter color because I had a highlighter goblin, and they were like, you need to make some leggy frogs in the highlighter. So I'm going to use the rest of this up for leggy frogs because I told them I liked their idea and I would go with it. And so now I have the bottom cabinets done, and I'm going to switch my focus up to the top cabinets. So this cabinet is going to have my Bernat blankets and Sweet Snuggles Light and Home Chanel Slims. As you can see, it's pretty full already. I have a ton of it everywhere in my room right now. It's like throw up in my room. I have it down here, I have it on my bed, and I have it in that bin. So I'm going to strategize what I do with it first, and then I will come back on to show you. I'm not going to time lapse this one because I'm doing a lot of time lapses in this video, so I will just come back when it is done to show you. Progress is being made, but I have to say I brought these 2 bins in so I would know exactly what I had in yarn, and it is a little bit overwhelming. And I now have more space here, but you can see I have to vacuum my floor now because it's all full of yarn fuzzies. But this is what I have narrowed everything down to. I'll show you my other bin in just a second. But here we have this basket. Now I have a whip for my son. This is the dragon. I've been making him since August, and it's just been sitting there. So I have some of my extra yarns. This is gonna go with the dragon, so I put it in with this, and these are just like my extra yarns that are like an odd brand. So I'm gonna stick that under there. The basket up here is finally out of here. I narrowed this basket down into this smaller basket here, and I'm probably just gonna put this in my closet just because I don't want the cat to try to get into it. And then I have this bin full. What I did here is I did my Big Twist plush, my Forever fleece Bernat, this Premier Basics chenille brights, and then just the extra yarns like the Home Slim, chenille Home Slim, and I have my variegated colors, so all the colors that are like multi looking are in here, so that's separate. So everything in this cabinet is going to be solid. Open this up. I have all my Bernat blanket up here. This is Home Chenille Slim and Sweet Snuggles Light. And so there are all of my colors, looking pretty good and clean right now. And then down here, I have all of my Big Twist Posh. And I'm surprised at how much I have. I didn't know I had that much. I have a little extra, 3 skeins extra of the Parfait Chunky. And then this is all of my Parfait Chunky. And now you're gonna see what I did for my bin in my living room. So you saw that basket I had was full of all of the balls of like my Bernat blanket and everything, and this is some more. So just all kinds of different balls of stuff. I should cake these because it would save some room, but I'm not going to do that today just because I don't want to. And then this is a basket full of my Parfait Chunky extras, so it looks like I'm gonna have to do a scrap video soon. And then here are all my different color assortments of my Parfait Chunky that I have, that I can just come over here and see what I have. And this is a Posh, because I use this color quite a bit in my Posh yarn. And I have white and black for when I do embroidery. And what my plan was is I have this other basket, and now it's going to close. So I have all of my extra balls of Parfait Chunky in here, all my extra balls of my Sweet Snuggles Light and Bernat in here, and these are going to be my projects. I know what I'm going to do with this. I'm just going to make some snakes out of this. I need to make my leggy frogs out of this, and I want to make some more monkey or moose out of this. So I'm gonna lay those on top because those are gonna be more of my next up projects. So I know what I'm gonna do with those, so those are coming in here as well. And that is everything. Look at this. Isn't that so much nicer? Now I have to like clean this up here, but isn't this so much nicer? And this is a project that I will be working on very shortly. And this isn't usually here, but since it's the holiday season and I have my Christmas tree up it has to go here for now, just to be out of the way. But this is like all my safety eyes and everything, which is another project I am going to need to go through and clean out. So maybe that will be on another video because it is getting awful messy as well. So you'll probably see this on another video. Now that I have completed all of my organization, I have to go vacuum my floor and start crocheting because I have a couple projects. I know what I'm gonna do with the yarn now, and so I want to get that done and out of sight because I am trying to clear out some more space. It's getting close to the holidays and I want it to be nice and neat in here for visitors or just for the sake of having a clean house for my own sanity. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some crocheting and I'll talk to you guys all next time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorite kind of yarn is and what you have the most of. Obviously I have the most of like Parfait Chunky right now, and then the next ones would be, actually I think I have more Bernat Blanket than I do Home's Chenille Slim and Sweet Snuggles Light, which is surprising to me because I thought I was converting over more to the Loops and Threads brand over the Bernat brand, but right now it's looking like Bernat might be winning, so I might have to do something about that. But no more yarn for me for a little while. I need to slim down what I have first because I have a lot of yarn. So go ahead and like and subscribe. Comment down what you would like to see me do in the future as well, if that is something of interest to you guys. And I will talk to you guys all next time, okay? Bye. You know how I said I wasn't going to buy any more yarn for a while because I needed to get through what I have. I might have just placed an order with Premier Yarns because they finally got Teddy Bear in and I had to get it before it was all sold out again. So I might have an order placed and you may be getting a yarn haul. So whoopsies, but that means I just have to go double time on crocheting some things. So I have more space for that when it comes in a week.